Welcome to the Alone in Your Head podcast. This is Pete Isip, your host. In this podcast, we talk about mental health, life, and a lot of the curveballs that it throws at us. But there's different ways to go about it because we're all different people. Thank you for joining us, and let's get on with the show. Good morning, and welcome back to the Alone in My Head podcast. I almost said Jersey to Vegas, but that's what it used to be if you have not been back on the podcast. And if you are back, welcome. My name is Pete. It is episode number 56, I think. I think it's 156. Good morning. It's 5 a.m. here in Las Vegas, which means it's 8 a.m. in Eastern Standard Time, which I kind of like better, right? A lot of things around the world and in media is based off Eastern Standard Time, which is kind of funny. I found out a little bit more about that as I research things. You know, I want to know like the best time to post on YouTube and the best time to post a podcast and things like that, and I'll research it. And it's all based off Eastern Standard Time, so it's pretty interesting to me. So what are we going to talk about today? Let me format it because I wrote it down. I actually fucking wrote it down. Trying to be a little bit structured here. I'm going to give you a little bit of update of what's up with me, what I'm going through, what I'm going to be doing, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the mental state, of course, because that's what this podcast is about, right? It's about the mental growth or mental crushing of people's lives and how we have to recover from it, right? How we have to be resilient in these times, because fucking life throws us the curveballs, and life is, like I said last time, life is a bowl of dicks, and sometimes you get a stiffy. I'm glad people enjoyed that one because I completely forgot that I even said that, and then like 3 people messaged me specifically about that quote. So Dom is the first one of my wrestlers, Dom, who's also a IBBF pro and working his way towards the Mr. Olympia. He's a fucking maniac, monster, awesome dude. He lives in Hawaii, based off the military. He's one of those kids that like you just fucking love, you know, and he just gives everything he has to whatever it is he's doing. And there's no like, it's like I guess a blessing and a curse, but there's no medium line. I don't know him now. You know, I haven't hung out with him or trained with him in many, many years, right? He was one of my wrestlers. But you can just tell by what he does and the success of what he strives to achieve. It takes a certain type of mentality, you know, a type of mentality that things can always go wrong and things can go right. But he just keeps moving in the direction of whatever that success is in his head. You know, whatever it is, and he pinpoints it, you know, just like a ready, fire, aim, I guess, right? It's like he just goes. No, I think he aims. I think he aims and fires too. You know, he knows what he's doing, and it's just that mindset that I believe that a lot of people could have, you know, in times of distress, in times of confusion, in times of anger and sadness, self-included, you know, and it's important to me. So that's kind of why this little update for myself or what I'm doing next really helped me out, you know. So thanks, Tom. I was your coach, and you know, sometimes I look at your stuff and I just know that you have to pinpoint, right? You have to find it. Like if you get an Uber and you put the wrong fucking pinpoint, it's the worst time ever, because now you're walking 10 blocks out of the way trying to call this Spanish dude. I don't know why he's got to be a Spanish dude. And now you're 5 minutes longer on your Uber ride, or they cancel on you because you're at the wrong point. You know, your pinpoint's got to be on point. And that's the one thing I learned. So going with that, what am I doing? So let's talk about pinpointing. I signed up for a BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition in September, and it's on the 15th, I believe. So it's part of a tournament called the ADCC. What does that mean? I don't know. I have no idea what ADCC is, but I could look it up real fast. I don't know what the fucking... Oh, no, what am I doing? Did I close the podcast? All right, no, I did. Shoo! Whew. Fucking ADCC. It's so much better in this house. Oh, welcome to my house, guys. This is my kitchen. I do my videos here and my other videos for my other ADCC. It doesn't say. Submission Fighting Championship. What's ADCC stand for? ADCC stands for... Can we do that instead? Come on, I'm sorry, I don't want to break your time here, but it stands for BJJ. No shit. Oh my God. What does this require? Forget it. Now they're bringing me... It's a type of... Maybe I need this. It's a type of immune reaction which a target cell or microbe is coated with antibodies and killed by certain types of white blood cells. White blood cells bind... That's interesting because that's what I have. Whoa. This is fucking crazy. Antibody-dependent cellular cytotoxicity. Now, this is fucking crazy, okay? This is crazy. Because I signed up for this tournament called ADCC. I don't know what it is. I just looked it up, and it's the reaction that I get. It's the autoimmune reaction I get for food. And I was going to fucking just talk about that. Oh, the world, how you move in different fucking places. How you move in certain ways. That's what I have. And so when I eat, people know that listen to podcasts that I'm allergic. I just say allergic because it's easier. But I get reactions from certain types of foods, and I can't eat a lot of different foods, right? And including of the past weekend, I kind of let go a little bit. You know, I ate bread, I eat dairy and cheese, not a lot, just, enough to hey, I'm hanging out with my fucking wife and I want to have a nice, cheese platter with bread. And then I put chicken on the side because that's what I did. But I get reactions. So what the body does to me, the body creates its own antibodies and then my body attacks them. So my body is attacking itself. That's what it does. Okay, it's hard to explain to people because then it becomes a deeper conversation. It's like, I don't understand. How does your body attack itself? That doesn't make any sense. And then don't you have white blood cells? And that's nerdy people. Isn't there white blood cells? I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. The white blood cells attack the antibodies, which make me sick. And then while they're busy fighting my own body, all the viruses are moving through like a Trojan horse. And that's when I get fucking boogers and I throw up and have diarrhea and I feel like my stomach is going to blow up and it's on fire. And then I have no energy and I'm laying down. I actually get a fever, because my body is fighting my own body. And that's what ADCC stands for. Interesting. Okay, anyway, that was a very interesting. Now I'm going to research it for the next fucking 2,000 years and read about ADCC. But it is a tournament in Las Vegas. I still say Las Vegas, right? I still say Las Vegas, Nevada. People still get mad. It's not Nevada. I'm not saying it. If Las Vegas is Spanish, right? It's a Spanish name. Las Vegas. That's how you say it in Spanish. I'm not Spanish. Las Vegas. Where the fuck? Oh, no, wait, shit. I messed it up. Nevada. And that's Spanish. Nevada. Where the fuck did Nevada come from? Nevada. No. It doesn't sound right. So, for those of you guys that live in Nevada, this shit don't sound right. Just letting you know. It doesn't. It's like saying coffee. I hate it. I think I did this bit last time. I'm drinking a coffee because it tastes good. And it's coffee. Look, coffee. Fucking Jersey, New York. Hey, fucking coffee. Coffee. Shut up. So I signed up for this tournament. And I really didn't know what I was getting into. But this tournament's a big tournament, apparently, in submission grappling. So in the first tournament I went in, I wore a gi, right? A gi is not the fucking Indian clarified butter that you're all talking about. It's GI, which means like a karate uniform, but it's not as thin as a karate uniform. It's thicker because people rip each other apart and they use it to throw each other and choke each other. So it's got to be a more durable piece of fabric. This one has no gi. This one's called no gi. So there's no gi, right? It's pretty simple terms. And you just wear tights, so you're wearing tights, tight shirt, tight shorts, and then you pretty much fight each other and try to submit, like choke, break an arm, tap out, break an ankle. You try to do something of that nature to make them quit. This is a worldwide tournament, but they opened up an open. So there's like really good ones, like the professionals. They'll be on like Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then this tournament called the Open, where it's just open to like newer people, beginners, master's classes. So like 35 plus. That's the category I'm in, 35 plus, which means I can have anybody, right? And it's 2 years experience or lower. I could have anybody. I don't even know. And when I signed up for it, I was like, all right, cool. And then I told someone, and he was like, whoa, that's pretty intense, right? That's going to be fun. I was like, yeah, I guess so. I just needed something to fucking focus on, right? So I just picked that one because the people at the gym in the group chat started like sharing different tournaments. And I just was like, click. And then, of course, my impulsive bipolarness, I was like, I can fucking do this. Beep. And then I fucking sign up for it. So I'm in for September. I've trained no-gi, never trained no-gi, but I have wrestled. And then actually last night on 4th of July, I went to practice twice. I went to practice on the morning, and then we were sitting at home, and we're just like, I felt like shit because of the food that I ate, and like my body just felt like garbage. And I know I wanted to move, so I asked Nat for like permission. I was like, hey, can I go back to the gym? Because they're having class tonight, and it's no-gi. And she was like, of course, you can go. Of course, me, for an hour of me fighting her acceptance, she allowed me to go, and I was like, no, it's okay. Like, no, I feel bad. What are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? What are the kids going to do? Oh, you sure? Okay, I'm going to clean, and then like, I'm going to cook really fast, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to do all these things beforehand to try to level out the guilt that I feel when I leave my fucking family. That's how stupid it is. Well, not stupid. That's how intense it is for me. Like, I can't do something just without doing it. Well, I guess it's a good thing, but my family's always in my mind, and I always feel guilty doing something for myself, and I feel like that was an important step for me as well, and I know Nat knows that too, because I feel bad if like something happens with the kids or she gets too overwhelmed. I feel like that's my job now, so I try to take that away. She gave me the acceptance to go, and I went, and I got my ass kicked by a kid. He's 16 years old. He's like he's my friend, right? I think he's the only person that like he started talking to me from the beginning, and like he always tries to hurt me, like always completely 16 years old, and he just tries to completely. And now he's better, right? Like I haven't seen him or even worked out with him in a long time because he works out at night, and I work out during the day. And he like choked me. I like to say he choked me 18 times in 5 minutes. Like, I was like, what? But I kept making the same mistake, and it's me. And you know what I did? I learned I don't do that. But it's just a natural reaction from being a wrestler that I do this thing where I kind of I put one arm under his leg, and I try to throw it over. And, of course, it's setting up his favorite move, which is called the triangle. And the triangle would be like 3,000 times in different positions. So he got really good, and I'm better at the gi for sure because I could grab stuff. But no, I'm learning, and now I know that I have to be able to beat a 16-year-old that is raging full of hormones and can at least triangle me 17 times. So I gotta beat whoever that is if I can. Not today. I don't care if I lose or win. It's just the experience and the pinpointing of something. You sign up for something, shit changes. You get more serious. You eat better. You have a better schedule. You get more into routine. You don't want to do tempting things. You're on point. And that's the point of signing up for something that scares you. Something that feels like it's unachievable. But it's not. It is achievable. You just got to fucking work for it. I'll be right back. I'm about to blow up. Yeah, so I'll stop talking. Yeah, so like you got to sign up. Sign up for something. Do something. Pinpoint something. Because it makes you better. You know, it makes you focus is the word I was looking for. Focus. And we lack focus. We lack it. When you don't have anything to focus on, you have no focus. Truth. Like when you're at work or you have to go to work, right? You got to go to work. Do you think people like to wake up in the morning? I mean, I do. But do you think there's a majority of people do not? Especially at the time that they have to wake up for work. It's the biggest focus point you have. You don't fucking work. You don't get paid. You don't make money. You lose your house. You lose your apartment, right? Work, if you don't think about it, work is your biggest focus and your biggest pinpoint. You do everything around it. I mean, in America, for sure, right? That's the fucking Western civilization. Work hard, don't sleep, kill yourself, eat terrible food, and then find a way to try to be healthy. It doesn't make sense. And try. And then if they do, they give you medicine. And that's it. They don't teach you how to live healthy, eat the right way. Technically, what's healthy? Right? Is what we're doing healthy? No, I don't think so. Just because you fucking eat vegetables doesn't mean you're healthy. Sorry. I thought I was significantly healthy, but I tried to kill myself. So you tell me. You tell me if I'm fucking healthy. You let me know. No, I don't think so. Right? Health is everything. Well-being, spirituality, digestive system, immunity, mentality. It's everything. That's healthy. You're in a healthy relationship. What's that mean? What the fuck does that even mean? You tell me what that Please tell me what's a healthy relationship. You guys do this together, and you do this, and then you do this, and you do this. Oh, really? Why does that make it healthy? How about we're just in a relationship that works? How about we're in a relationship that's good for us? But that's what healthy means. No, it doesn't. Not according to what health means for food. You tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know, just a thought. You can comment. You can fucking email me. You could blast me on Twitter if you want, if you still tweet. I only use Twitter to complain to companies because that's the only way they answer. Companies answer faster on Twitter than they do on customer service when you talk to some Filipino fucker in the Philippines. And then they don't even know what you're talking about. They don't know much. They just try to say, yes, no, I'm sorry, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir, for the, yes, your refrigerator was not it was not in stock. So it looks like here, hold on, please. Let me get my manager. That's pretty much what happens that's my impression of every customer service company's calls. So speaking of the job, it gives you something to focus on, right? So it was a perfect example of focus because you wake up. At times you don't want to wake up, right? You survive this 8 to 10 hour day, even though you don't want to be there, right? You have the discipline to endure pain. There's people that hate their fucking job and they endure pain for 8 hours. It's 9 hours, 10, 12 in order to pay for their house. Is that healthy? I don't know, man. The more I step, I can't, I don't know. I guess that's where we have to learn to, it's all about the balance, right? But it does give you the focus. Speaking of job, I got a job. What's up? I got a job. It's fucking super simple, I think. I don't even know yet. I feel like I don't have a job because they haven't told me anything. I just finally went to an orientation. I'm working with the LA Raiders, so that's why I get this cool little notepad. That's what they gave me, a pen. Thank you, LA Raiders, for giving me a pen and a pad. I'll be working as a barback in the suites of Allegiant Stadium. So Allegiant Stadium is where they play here in Las Vegas, and they got like concerts and shit. I feel like whenever I think about working as a barback for Allegiant, I think of being back at MetLife, or AKA Giant Stadium, All right, it's Giant Stadium for you young bucks, not MetLife Stadium. Even though I'm not a Giants fan, we always used to go, it should be Jet Stadium too. It should be Giants and Jets Stadium. It's like, shut up. You didn't pay for the fucking stadium, people. Shut up. Like, fans. Fucking fans. You know what they should do? These days we probably get it as a Jets and Giants Stadium because of equality. Because someone might get canceled for having it the Giants Stadium only, and now the Jets don't have a stadium. So it kind of made sense, right? Someone would get canceled, and then they'd never be able to perform again. I don't know where my fucking brain is today. It's definitely, my brain is not in good place right now. It's somewhere else. So I got a job as a bar back, and that's cool. I'm excited, just to start something new. Just to start something that can do something, get out, feel a little bit of like I accomplished something, and it's barbacking. I don't have to think. I just make sure the bartenders got their shit and it's clean, and I help people and talk to people. It's pretty much what I do. I couldn't be a trainer here because I obviously wasn't good enough to train people. I've interviewed. I've applied for jobs. Obviously, I was not good enough to train people, but I can be a barback. So you tell me. It's a very service industry area. It's all about that around here, unless you do your own thing, or I don't know what else they fucking do around here, honestly. But I know there's thousands of people that work in every hotel, right? They said at orientation up to over 4,000 people or 4,000 employees working during a Raiders game. Wow. That's like in the stadium. That's how many people they have in concessions, to the bars, to the back, to the kitchens, to the housekeeping, to security, to the parking lot. Like, it's management. 4,000 people. That's a lot of people. I don't even count. So, like, learning how the process is of how to get into the stadium and taking a shuttle and going to security. Pretty much just you got to go in naked, and then, then you find a uniform, and then you leave naked. Otherwise, you can't get inside the building, apparently. It's a very safe building. So we'll see. I just want to start so I kind of get a routine, kind of understand a little bit more, because everything right now is new. It feels like it's new. New house, new driving, new schools, new job, new classes at the gym. So everything's going to be, I'm going to figure it out. You got to figure it out. And that's the update with myself. I was going to talk now about how I feel. Still, people say that it gets easier. You hear that all the time. And if you guys this is like the first episode back because you felt like clicking on it. Well, first time ever. Thanks for coming. I lost my father. He passed away in May, the end of May. And people are like, oh, it gets easier, just let time go by. It gets easier. And I feel like that's the advice I would give if I didn't experience it myself or experience it presently. It gets easier. You're trying to comfort them, trying to be there for them. And in my head, I'm like, it is not getting easier. Life is getting easier. But it's not getting easier. I cry at random points of the day. And if you guys have lost a parent, like you 100% understand what it is. If it's a parent that you cared about, not if it's a parent that you want to kill, right? A little different story there. I see him. I see him. I feel him around. And if you're Filipino, you most likely believe in ghosts. Your parents believed in ghosts. So you automatically believe in ghosts and see ghosts. Or, I don't know, maybe we have some special energy. Don't ask me. But, ghosts or mumus are they're the shit, right? You see them in the house. You felt them wherever. Some of you guys saw them. I think it's just part of the culture, part of the spirits and the souls and the religiousness and the Catholicism, the Christianity. Then you go down south and you have the Muslims down there. So it's a really crazy country with religion. But for me being Catholic, I just like, I don't know, man. I know I'm in touch with other beings. You know, I'm in touch with I just feel different shit, man. And, you know, people think I'm crazy, obviously. But I've definitely seen a ghost. Like, I've seen two. And it's not anything that was, like, I hated it. I didn't think it was cool. That shit was scary, man. And I kind of feel like the same thing. Like, I feel like he's around. You know? And yesterday was the 40th day. This is where I think it bothered me the most, why maybe I was a little off. I missed the 40th day. And in Filipino culture, when someone passes, it's 9 days out. I think it's ninth day, they'll celebrate. You know, they'll come back into the house or have a little bit of a party or get together, I want to say, not party, to celebrate the death, right? And then the 40th day, they celebrate again, because that's the day he pretty much leaves this earth and is taken by God into heaven, right? It's the 40th day, like 40 nights. You guys, you know, don't eat pizza on Fridays. That's your thing. Some of you guys, what do you do for, it's called Lent, right? 40 days and 40 nights. What do you do for Lent? I don't eat pizza on Friday. I eat pizza on Friday only, and then I eat fish. Oh, that's a good sacrifice. Be careful. You know, you got to watch out. You don't want to put too much oregano on that pizza, because pizzerias love Lent. Because no one eats meat on Friday. That's what I meant. I don't eat meat on Fridays. No one eats pizza on Fridays. What a dick. I ruined the joke. But I think that was funny anyway. Yeah, I don't eat meat on Fridays. You know, that's it. Oh, yeah? Oh, that's cool. Didn't you kill 5 children? Yes, I did. But, you know, because I don't eat meat on Fridays, it evens it out. Oh, okay, good. That makes sense. You should eat your meat. Is what you should do. What was I talking about? I don't know. 40 days. So my mother had a party or get together at the house, and I'm sure some family went, whatever family likes her. Again, whatever family wants there to go there. And I just wasn't there, you know, and that's the tough part about being here. I want to go out and fly there for the day, but who's going to fly on 4th of July? That would be dumb. I didn't have the money to fucking buy a $400 ticket to get to New Jersey for a day and then fly back, you know, then have to put 2 dogs in a clinic or daycare and kids and that. It just didn't, you know, it just doesn't weigh out. So I did my part. I did my prayers. I prayed. I talked to him. You know, I talked to him every day. Wear shirts, fucking listen to a playlist that just immediately brings back memories. And like, those are the things that I got now. I'll go through my phone and look at the thousands of pictures that I have of him. And that's it. You know, that's all I get. And it's hard. You know, that's the hard part. So I make sure that I take my medication so I don't fall off. I try not to drink too much. And I go see and talk to my therapist. You know, and that's all I can do. And just keep living and not forget. You know, I don't want to not do that routine. Some people are like, oh, you know, just, you know, don't think about it. Okay, you don't think about it. Do me a favor. You don't think about breathing for a little bit. Let your heart not think about anything. Then you can join him. That's what I want to say to people at times. Wow, I'm going a full half hour here. Wow. But overall, my brain is, it's in focus now. You know, I can feel it when I signed up for that tournament, that it's there, and it's just gotta be that way. And that's what helps me find my focus. You know, not forget the things about him or the way that I feel, but just to focus on something to keep moving forward. Yeah, you have to, you know, just to focus on something will always help you get through stuff, man. Like, I always go back to, like, think about Dom. You know, he's working for the Olympia. You know, he's got to qualify. He's got to do things. He gets in. He moves to the next one. He goes to the next one. Moves to the next one. If he didn't have that focal point, why the fuck would he even lift? You know, if he didn't have that focal point to compete and to compete at something, Why would he put in this hard work? It forces you to. It forces you to move into a direction where you want to find success. Or move into a direction that helps you feel good. Honestly, I don't even want to say success. Because success is not the medal. Success is not the podium. Right? Success is the things that you're fucking doing now. The things you sacrifice to try to win. Winning is great, right? It's the fucking best feeling in the world. But you finding a road, and instead of it doing this, and I'm going this way, and then I'm hanging out here. No, you fucking go straight. Right? And you find so much about yourself in this training. You find so much about yourself in this one long road where you have one focal point. Because it's something that you care about. It's something that you enjoy. It's something that you love. And you allow yourself to take that in. You give that to yourself. That's success, man. The ability to do something you love is fucking success. Not be the best at what you love. Not to win all the time in something you love. To be in the moment doing something you love. That's success. That's happiness. And sometimes we overpass that. Right? Happiness is a choice of what? A state of mind, right? It's a choice. And when you're doing something you love and you're having a great time, you're happy. You don't even have to choose. You don't have to think about being happy. You just are. And we all know those moments where I always relate it to like wrestling or working out, because that's, to me, you're sometimes even just going for a fucking a walk or something, right? You were happy because like you were in that moment feeling the thing that you wanted to do, and it gave you fulfillment. There was no end result. You're just in the moment doing something you give a shit about. That's happiness to me. It's subjective. Some people, happiness is money. Happiness is a car. I don't know, man. Like, what if that car breaks? That gonna make you happy? For me, it's hard to find happiness, honestly. Because it's for me, happiness is self. I don't allow myself to be happy. I do when I'm focused and I'm doing things. But just like my wife letting me go to practice yesterday, I feel guilt. And that's like the number one emotion I have. Guilt. When she allowed me to go to practice, when she said, yeah, go, you can go. If that makes you feel better, go. See, but like even that, I remember she said that too. She was like, what if it makes you feel better, go. See, that now I'm like, do you want me to go? Now you're saying you don't want me to go. Because you said, if it makes you feel better, now, no. And I said, like, no, you know what? I'm not going to go. And then she goes, I knew you were going to say that. So I went upstairs. I was like, fuck you. I am going to go. And then I got my stuff. And then I was like, are you sure? You sure I can go? She's like, just go. But that guilt is why I don't feel happy a lot. Because I don't allow myself things. I don't allow myself to have things. I don't allow myself to feel success. I don't allow myself to feel happiness. I am happy at times. But then if I'm happy, I feel guilty that I am. Talk about fucked up, right? So I'm learning to enjoy myself. I'm going to learn to enjoy myself. As hard as that's going to be. And some people are like, yeah, go get him, Pete. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because I don't understand why it's so hard for me to feel happiness. I guess because not the only time, when I'm with my kids, I feel happiness. Sometimes. A lot of times I feel angry, right? Angry, impatient, like I could kill them. But a lot of times when I think of happiness, I think of coaching, man. I was coaching, and there are times that you just remember that it went right and felt cool, and from wrestling to the gym to crank, like there's pure happiness there. And that's why it was a good job. That's why it was a good thing. That's why people went. I wasn't just a downer. Like I was legit happy 90% of the time. You got a good 10% where I was a dick. But, you try jumping off the happy train and then trying to re-find that same feeling. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. So, I would say just find your focal point. Even if it's signing up for a run or some shit. Like, I don't know. Something that keeps you pinpointed. Like, you're not going to drink an extra drink. You're not going to fucking go down hangover lane. You're not going to eat some shitty food. Something that's going to make you create better decisions for yourself in a healthy way. Because that's what I'm trying to do. And that's all I want to do. Because I know that's what helps me the most. Finding something that I enjoy and taking it to the next step. Someone actually says, why you always got to be so extreme? I was like, I'm be so extreme because I signed up for a tournament? Because I guess some people are not willing to do so, right? It takes us a certain type of person to do what we do and to compete nonetheless. So I just have that competitive nature for myself, and I know it just helps me get scared. And that scary feeling is kind of what I search for a lot. I think that's my adrenaline rush. Just like stand-up comedy. I used to get that adrenaline rush every time I went on stage. It sucked. But you kind of get used to it after a while. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you to my Patreons. Thank you to the people that message me. Thank you to the people that kind of still listen this whole time. I'm here, and I will be back for episode number 57. And I'm very excited to be back here with you guys. So hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy your coffee. Coffee, remember that. I miss you, New Jersey. I miss you, New York City. And that's the only other states that I've really hung out at. All right. See you guys later.